Hello, Matt Crossfield here. We're going to take a look today at Jamie Donaldson's swing, Ryder Cup winning shot swing. This is the day after the Europeans, Go Team Europe, have won the Ryder Cup at Gleneagles. If any of you are watching this video in the future, that's the day I've just filmed this video. And we've just watched Jamie Donaldson have one of the best Ryder Cups I've seen any rookie have, really. Just fantastic. So let's take a look at his golf swing with some footage I shot at the Wales Open this year, and we were lucky enough to get on the course and film with some of the players, and take a look at some of the great things that he does in his golf swing that helped him have such a fantastic Ryder Cup. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, let's take a look at Jamie Donaldson's golf swing. Now, we see from Jamie, if we just run it through here, I mean, as you look at it on the kind of, on the surface here, so as it moves, I've got some high-speed footage here. I mean, he does a lot of things that we would call textbook, really. I think a lot of things that the average golfer is looking at trying to do. He hits a lot of those positions that lots of you talk about when you talk to me on Facebook and Twitter and through the apps and stuff. And he's a kind of classic example about how swinging to those textbooks can help you be a great golfer, because he's hitting maybe every position in the book. So if we take him to the start, very solid setup. He's hitting a fairway wood here. He's trying to hit a drivable par 4 we were stood on. Grip looks neat. If anything, left hand looks maybe a fraction stronger than neutral, but couldn't really see from this angle. It looks pretty solid. So what that means is you might see a few more knuckles on his left hand, so like 3 rather than 2.5. Not that that's not standard. Not that there's anything as a standard grip either, really. You've got to work that grip in around a functional movement, really. Nice width of stance, left foot turned out a bit more than the right. So he's doing all the classic things. Right shoulder drop lower than the left because he's got his hands lower than each other on the club. So it's all making sense. If we take him back to first parallel here, pretty good club turning slightly down to the ground. That might be due with his little bit of grip, and that's a textbook position to have that face slightly turned down to the ground, to be honest. If we take him on then to when his left arm's parallel to the ground, he's beginning to set the club. Club face looks relatively neatly controlled to the left arm. Again, a fraction turned away, so what people would call to a closed position from his left arm, so slightly twisted away from his left arm. Again, that might be from the grip, but it's from this angle you can't really see, and it's minimal. I mean, he's hitting great positions there. If we take him up to his next position, quite high hands for Jamie. He's a tall guy, like most of them are on tour nowadays. They're athletes, really. The day of the small guy is almost gone, isn't it? They've got to have so many extra skills. And then with those high hands as well, you do feel like he's going to give it a bit of a wallop from up there. It's a great top of the backswing position, lovely big shoulder turn with a restricted hip turn, so getting some real stretch in there at the top of his backswing. His left foot has a little peel. Hardly anything, but his left foot has a little peel at the top of the backswing, so he just pulls off, fraction off that heel, then he'll slam it back down as he comes into the ball. So we get the classic here, which you'll see from all world-class players, this kind of bump towards the target as he rotates, so the hips want to go forwards. Then as they start to rotate, coming down into left arm parallel to the ground. Lots of very good positions. People love this kind of laggy position. There's camera angles involved here that make that look greater than it is, but he's certainly leaving that club behind a fraction. Weight's really pushing down on that left foot as he delivers the club. Great delivery from Jamie. So we got right foot off the ground, just on the toes, pushing down. Left foot quite solid, hitting into quite a solid left side. So it's all the cliches that are coming out in his swing. He's opening his hips up and he's opening his shoulders up as he comes through. He has quite a neutral delivery. So handle forward, handle back. I would say he's caught everything up quite neutrally. I imagine his numbers, delivery would be relatively neutral, close to zeros. Quite an interesting point here for lots of golfers. See how his left wrist is moving? I mean, it's camera angle a bit there as well, but that left wrist is not flat with his left arm. Lots of people always think you've got to hit with the back of your left hand. Most world-class golfers are kind of extending that left wrist as they come into impact. Watch people kind of always worry about flicking. Slight confusion for golfers there. He's not hitting flat left wrist. He's extending that wrist slightly as he tries to get that head to catch up with his impact position. And then coming through, fantastic follow-through position, still very solid on that left side. The only slightly quirky thing you see in Jamie's swing is this point he has a little collapse there in the left knee, way past impact. It's going to make no effect to the shot of him. And if I was to post that video or that picture alone, people would, if you took Jamie Donaldson and all the kind of advertising away, they might guess of his handicap rather than knowing that he's a tour pro. Because everyone always thinks you've got to have a straight left leg into impact and through. I mean, it helps, it doesn't do any harm, but not every golfer does that. And then into a full follow through, coming off the right foot all the way up onto the left, massive shoulder turn, really getting his body through. Big hip turn as well, they've all turned away from the camera. To a nice full follow through where the head pops out in front of him, which I always like to see from good golfers, get that head right out in front of you. Get that momentum really carrying on through into the follow through. So really Jamie's got a very textbook golf swing. Now what's interesting with Jamie is he was quite a late developer, people are calling him. So he's older now, he's not a young golfer as such. He's not old, but he's certainly not early 20s like your Rorys and stuff, and just peaking now in his career. It shows, I bet you Jamie swung very similar to this all through his golfing life. Maybe a few tweaks, if that. What is making him play better now? Well, you'd have to speak to Jamie. Maybe less injuries, there's been rumours with injuries, better place in his life. Just seems to be finding the club face a bit more now, just seems to be hitting the shots he wants to a bit more now. Almost those intangibles that you can't teach. What Jamie does is he hits lots of very good positions. He's got a very solid action. But it obviously wasn't working for him at some point, and it is now, and it kind of shows to you how golf's always the winner here. Golf coaches, me being one, we haven't got all the answers. We can give you some things that can make you better, but you've still got to put the work in, which I imagine Jamie has been doing, certainly to get where he is in his career at the moment, and hitting that winning Ryder Cup shot. Usually they get to hit a winning Ryder Cup putt, don't they? But he didn't, because he stiffed it. It was such a good iron shot. So there you go, guys. Jamie Donaldson's golf swing. Textbook as textbook goes, whatever the textbook's meant to say. He's hitting lots of the positions you guys often want to be hitting, improving, that can make you a very good golfer. Maybe in Jamie's case, not till you're a little bit older. So interesting one there. Thanks for watching. Post comments down below. Love to hear what you think. Go Team Europe. Great win. And I'm sure that I'll post, gets the comments flowing down below. Thanks for watching. We'll speak to you soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show. Get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.